there is no significant industry, and yeah, like other states, we have sheer joblessness.
Giving compensation to a victim is law. लोग आगे आए बताने के लिए, स्टूडेंट्स आगे आए बताने में, तब आप उस प्रिंसिपल को ट्रांसफर कर रहे हैं, क्यों कर रहे हैं? Just put him under suspension, ना?
You were saying कि if Tagore was alive and
Yeah.
if Subhash Chandra
Yeah,
Bose was
yeah.
alive, they wouldn't have made it
Yeah.
to the SIR.
I saw a reporter holding a fish head in a hand and record a PTC.
We are party society. We tolerated a party for more than 34 years.
If SIR wasn't an issue, what do you think would have been the biggest challenge for Mamata? This
15 years
Yeah.
would have been the best challenge.
He was reporting for Republic Bangla. The camera person also didn't know. He went to the spot in a Republic Bangla's car with the same unit, and then after reaching there, all of a sudden he gets a call, and then he goes and joins.
he joins BJP.
He joins BJP.
while covering.
You don't know our culture. That is why you often do the blunder. We used to say one of our martyr, Master the Surjo Sen. He is the greatest freedom fighter of Bengal. BJP tried to copy that, and their leader started saying from a rally, Bankim Da. Those are different kids. We can say Master Da, but we can't say Bankim Da.
बंगाल में एक कहावत कहा जाता है ना कि ना मामा चे काना मामा भालो, किसी का मामा नहीं है तो कोई लंगड़ा काना भी मामा है तो उससे बेटर है.
How many views will you get on this discussion? Because I'm sure on the thumbnail, if you write SIR somewhere, take it in writing, the story would be submerged. I don't know how it works. How it works. It's magic.
Every election season, we try to bring you conversations with journalists from the state we are covering because we think they know the state and its politics the best, unlike journalists like me who parachute from Delhi. Welcome to this special show. I'm in Kolkata. We have two journalists with us. Third one is going to join us. He's a bit caught up in traffic. Prabhakar Mani Tiwari, welcome. He's a senior journalist. He's worked with Jansatta for more than a decade. आप मोस्टली नॉर्थ ईस्ट और वेस्ट बंगाल में आपका फोटे रहा है, एक्सपर्टीज़ रहा है. आप बीबीसी के साथ भी काम कर चुके हैं. वी ऑल्सो हैव विद अस आर देव, फाउंडिंग एडिटर ऑफ इनस्क्रिप्ट, a Bengali digital news magazine. I'm very curious to know how the digital media scene is doing in Kolkata, so we'll talk about that. Tamal Saha will also join us. He's an independent YouTuber and journalist. He runs a YouTube channel called News the Truth. So he's stuck in traffic, but as soon as he comes, he's going to join this conversation. So पहले मैं प्रभाकर जी आपसे बात करना चाह रही थी कि हम अभी शो शुरू होने से पहले डिस्कस कर रहे थे कि ये शायद आपके करियर का सबसे ठंडा इलेक्शन है. आप कह रहे थे, मैं भी ये कह रही थी क्योंकि मैं भी पिछली बार असेंबली इलेक्शन में आई थी. थोड़ा डल इलेक्शन लग रहा है, ऐसा क्यों?
देखिए, मैंने 91 से बंगाल का इलेक्शन मैं कवर करते रहा हूँ, लेकिन इतना डल इलेक्शन न लोकसभा न विधानसभा, इवन इससे ज़्यादा पंचायत चुनाव हंगामेदार होते हैं और मज़ेदार होते हैं. इसके कई वजहें हैं. सबसे बड़ी वजह मुझे जो लग रही है वो जो SIR की प्रक्रिया हुई, 6 महीने लगभग चलती रही, लाखों लोगों के नाम कट गए उसमें, और बाद में जो तार्किक विसंगति वाला जो एक वर्ग बना दिया था उसमें 60 लाख से ज़्यादा लोगों के नाम थे. उसमें फिर सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने दखल दिया. जुडिशियल ऑफिसर्स झारखंड उड़ीसा के आके यहाँ काम कर रहे, रात दिन 700 से ज़्यादा. फिर भी 27 लाख, लगभग 45% लोगों के नाम उसमें से डिलीट कर दिए गए मतदाता सूची से. और पहले भी 63 लाख नाम डिलीट हुए थे 2 दफ़े में, तो कुल 90 लाख से ज़्यादा नाम डिलीट हो गए. तो पहले कहा गया कि उनमें से कुछ लोग मर गए, कुछ लोग दूसरी जगह चले गए, पता बदल गया. तो 58 लाख नाम डिलीट हुए थे जब ड्राफ्ट वोटर लिस्ट आया था. फिर फाइनल वोटर लिस्ट 28 फरवरी को आए तो और 5 लाख नाम उसमें से हटाए गए, और उसके बाद 27 लाख. तो ये एक कारण है. अब सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने हर बार एक निर्देश जारी किया, ट्राइब्यूनल बनाया, उसमें निर्देश दिया कि जिन लोगों के नाम क्लियर होंगे वो इसमें
वोट कर सकते हैं.
लेकिन समय कहाँ है? आप देखें, लाखों नाम. अब 4 दिन का समय बचा है, 5 दिन का. पहले चरण में 21 तारीख डेडलाइन है, 23 के लिए, और 29 के लिए 27 को. तो अब ट्रिब्यूनल तो 13 तारीख से तो काम शुरू किया है ट्रिब्यूनल ने, और चुनाव आयोग के लोगों का ही कहना है कि रोजाना 10 से ज़्यादा मामलों की सुनवाई हो नहीं पा रही है, तो इस हिसाब से 1000-2000 लोगों का होगा। और चुनाव आयोग का आंकड़ा आपको बताऊं, 16 जिलों में मतदान होना है पहले चरण में 152 सीटों पे। वहाँ 14,27,775 डिलीटेड वोटर हैं जो तार्किक विसंगति वाले। तो क्या इनमें से कितने का 4 दिनों में निपटारा हो पाएगा?
सो बेसिकली एसआईआर की कंफ्यूजन में, एसआईआर की होड़ में ट्रेडिशनल जो वोटर इश्यूज होते हैं, या हम एक जज करते हैं कि भाई 15 साल की गवर्नमेंट रही है, इनकम्बेंट का क्या परफॉर्मेंस रहा है, चैलेंजर क्या प्रॉमिस कर रहा है, वो सब बातें कम हो रही हैं और ज़्यादा एसआईआर पे ही ध्यान दे रहे हैं एंड कंफ्यूजन उस पर और बढ़ रही है।
हाँ, एसआईआर से लोगों में कई तरह के नैरेटिव बनाए गए हैं कि नाम कट गया तो एनआरसी होगा, तो कोई पार्टी कह रही है कि नाम कट गया तो तुमको सरकारी जो योजनाओं का फायदा
Schemes
होता
नहीं
है
मिलेंगी।
वो सब नहीं मिलेगा। तो लोग परेशान हैं, स्पेशली ग्रामीण इलाकों में जहाँ बहुत मायने रखता है। अगर लक्ष्मी भंडार के तहत किसी को 1,500 रुपये मिलते हैं तो बहुत मायने है, मुफ्त का राशन मिलता है तो उसके लिए ये बहुत मायने रखता है, युवा साथी कार्यक्रम है, सबूत साथी है, तो गांव के लोगों के लिए ये छोटी छोटी चीज़ें काफ़ी मायने रखती है। शहर के लोगों को कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, उनको लक्ष्मी भंडार से भी मतलब नहीं है खास, और मुफ्त का राशन भी
और
नहीं
वो
है।
आई थिंक श्योर भी हैं, ये फियर जो है कि अगर हमारा नाम कट गया तो क्या हम बांग्लादेश तो नहीं हमें भेज दिया जाएगा, या क्या एनआरसी में तो नहीं होगा। आई थिंक वो उससे लोग
ये भी
बचे।
एक है, खासकर आप मथुआ लोगों का मामला देखें, 2021 के से चल रहा है, बीजेपी को भी सपोर्ट मिलता है मथुआ लोगों का। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी इवन जो उनके मथुआ के नेता हैं श्री श्री हरिदेव, जिन्होंने स्थापना की थी, उनके जन्म स्थान भी गए थे बांग्लादेश। मथुआ लोगों का वोट भी मिले इनको। अभी 2 गुट हैं मथुआ में, एक टीएमसी के साथ, एक बीजेपी के साथ। तो बीजेपी के नेता अमित शाह से लेके तमाम भरोसा दिया था कि सीएए आ रहा है तो आपको नागरिकता मिलेगी और आप यहाँ के वोटर हैं। ममता का सवाल था कि ऑलरेडी नागरिक हैं, पैन कार्ड, वोटर कार्ड है, तमाम वोट देते रहे हैं ये लोग पिछले 30-35 साल से। 1.25 करोड़ मथुआ वोटर हैं, कई सीटों पर निर्णायक हैं, नदिया में, उत्तर 24 परगना में। तो ये सब दिक्कतें हैं, ये नैरेटिव है, उनके भी लाखों लोगों के नाम कटे हैं। तो इससे एक कन्फ्यूजन जैसी स्थिति है, लोगों में भ्रम है, खासकर ग्रामीण इलाकों में, सीमावर्ती इलाकों में। किसी के बाप दादा 40 साल पहले आए थे, उनका भी नाम कट गया। एक परिवार के 4 में से 2 लोगों का नाम कट गया, तो बहुत भ्रामक स्थिति बनी हुई है।
आरका, आई वांट टू कम टू यू। एक तो दिस लॉजिकल डिस्क्रिपेंसी जो इन्होंने मेंशन करा, you were saying कि if Tagore was alive and if Subhash Chandra Bose was alive, they wouldn't have made it to the SIR. So just explain that. And also, do you agree that the election has been a bit thanda because of the fear, confusion, the bureaucracy that has crept into something which is an electoral, fight, an electoral mahal, basically?
So I am not veteran like Prabhakar sir, but I am covering election from 2011. This election is not that thanda, but it's omnidirectional, you may say. SIR is the only narrative that everyone has, but it could be something different. Like we have issues like job scam, recruitment scam. We have seen Trinamool minister with his girlfriend and thousands of crore rupees. Many scams are exposed. We have a rape incident that we say that justice is not given to the family and to the lady.
In fact, just on the corruption thing, a lot of young people at least talk about the education.
Exactly, and we
the
don't have
bhartis in government schools.
we don't have industry, we don't have job, we have several issues, but the election is omnidirectional and SIR is the mudda. This is the first thing. And the next, you were asking about that logical discrepancy that is introduced this time only. You consider any stalwart from Bengal, Khudiram Bosu. In English, we write Khudiram Bose, and in Bengali, we write Khudiram Bosu. For Netaji, some write Subhash Chandra Bose, some write Netaji Subhash Chandra Bosu. For Mahatma Gandhi, some write Mahatma Gandhi, some of us would prefer to write Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Rabindranath Tagore and Rabindranath Thakur. So they all will be put into that logical discrepancy category, and they if they are alive, they will not be able to vote. So the logical discrepancy is also a logical fallacy. Now, you can consider those Muslim laborers who are working as migrant laborers, they first faced a sheer pushback across the India, from Haryana, from Delhi, from Rajasthan.
In fact, Gurgaon, there was a real, you can say not violence, but a real aggression against
Exactly.
workers, migrant workers who speak Bengali.
Exactly.
Because Bengali became a thing कि आप Bangladeshi हैं.
Even in South India also, it's a phenomenon.
Yeah.
It's a nationwide hatred against Bengali. So first they face this, that they are going there for their daily bread and butter. Like we know Sonali Khatun, she went to Delhi and she used to as a rack picker. She earned wages with this, and her father was a rickshaw puller. She pushed to Kurigram, Bangladesh. She was separated from her family. She was pushed to Bangladesh jail. She was compelled to be beggar in Bangladesh streets. So it was an obnoxious journey of these migrant laborers. It was immense suffering for them. So they returned back to put their vote. Now they are getting that they are also unable to put their vote because consider his name is Muhammad Hanif and he wrote in his document is MD Hanif. That is very normal thing.
Yeah.
Now election commission is saying that he is not a voter because MD Hanif and Muhammad Hanif
Are different people.
different person.
So this is one thing I think that a lot of people don't understand, that this kind of small spelling errors, which is very common for anyone from Bengal or any region, these little idiosyncrasies, different spellings, which is very normal, is being made to look with suspicion through this whole process.
And only not the person is all the time responsible for that. There are cases that election commission also is responsible for that. They have written MD Hanif instead of writing Muhammad Hanif.
Yeah.
Because they have not that kind of idea that it can happen.
Because the workers here may be from Bengal, so then it is okay to write MD or whatever colloquial spelling.
Look,
but the guys checking it may not be from here.
We use mid name like Pradeep Kumar Bagchi. So you can omit also that Kumar. Now election commission will say this is discrepancy. Pradeep Bagchi and Pradeep Kumar Bagchi, they are not same people. This is the problem, and mostly villagers, mostly the people who don't live in Kolkata, they are suffering. Their suffering is we can't even document this suffering. That is huge. We have only 19 tribunal. Those are located in Kolkata only. Now you think you are voter of Malda, you are voter of Murshidabad, you are voter of Birbhum. Who will give you the expenditure to go to tribunal and prove that you are a voter? So their voting right is not theft, it's snatched. You may say it's snatched.
But just one quick question and then I'll go to Tamal. Is this issue of SIR big in cities too and towns also? Or is it mostly something restricted to rural areas, villages?
No, it's not that. Also in town, you may find Jorashako, you may find many area located in central Calcutta. You may find this area also where lakhs of voters' name are deleted. So, but the scenario is different. In Malda, Murshidabad, rural villages, your name is deleted because you are Muslim. Your name and surname is not legitimized. You consider not legitimized. In Kolkata, a few Hindi-speaking people who do have also voting right in Bihar, they are suffering. But in villages, the scenario is different.
Okay.
Common people, common villagers, farmers, the people who run small enterprises, they are suffering a lot.
So Tamal has just joined us. He was stuck in traffic. What is the scene at the tribunal right now? What are you seeing? Because Supreme Court ne to bol diya ki bhai, okay, now we'll give you time. But what is the ground reality of this time that's been given to voters that you can include yourself and vote?
The judgment which has come from the Supreme Court, with due respect to the Supreme Court, is nothing but an absolute farce. It is an absolute farce. And I tell you why. The application that was there before the Supreme Court was essentially seeking the protection to ensure people's fundamental and democratic right to vote. the same Supreme Court that in a way had questioned that why are you doing logical discrepancy in Bengal, why didn't you do that in Bihar, by suggesting that only through the process of tribunal can you come back to the voter list now, and doesn't really matter whether you are mapped or not mapped. The fact that you now have to go through the rigor of tribunal, and only when you're cleared by tribunal can you come back to the voter list, is in a way an endorsement of the logical discrepancies which the same bench of the same Supreme Court had found questionable.
Yeah.
I mean, if 4 of us belong to one father, trust to me, we would have received a notice under logical discrepancy. People with 4 siblings, they have received a notice under the same category that you have been mapped with one person who has been claimed to be the father by 6 more people.
So what? Like you can't have more than 2 children? Is that it?
I mean,
Like-
if Mr. Ganesh Kumar really wants to get inside our bedrooms, I can't really speak for him. But it's bizarre that, and such questions have come before women. Do you realize the plight of these women who are not from urban society, probably won't speak English like you and me, and they have to face such questions? I mean,
so logical discrepancy also includes having more children, basically.
I mean, that has been that the Election Commission's AI tool had found objectionable. That if you are mapped with one person who has been claimed as a father
By 3 others.
by 6 people, then you are put under logical discrepancy.
So use of AI. So
And that logic has also been applied for those, whether consciously, mistakenly, or deliberately, I cannot confirm, to those who are having 4 siblings. So there are multiple cases.
Like that.
Very quickly, coming back to your point of tribunal, I was there at the tribunal. In fact, I came back from Krishnanagar just to have a look at the tribunal. Now that the Supreme Court has said that if you can clear your name by 21st of April and if your vote is there on the first phase, then please go ahead and you can cast your vote. Similarly, if your vote is there in the second phase and if your vote is your case is being cleared by 27th, then you are good to go and vote. A, we do not know how many cases have been filed before the tribunal. B, there is no official communication by the Election Commission of India, and I'm not sorry for being this critical of Election Commission of India because this is their job. They can put out hashtag right to vote. It is their job to let people know how to reach to the tribunal. You go to the election.
So people are completely in dark. They don't even know how to
Absolutely
reach
in
the
dark.
tribunal. Okay.
So on the Election Commission's website, there is a tab called Submit Appeal. In this digital India, how many people are digitally literate?
Especially the areas that we're talking about.
And also, people have to then go to the DM's office, BDO's office to physically submit applications. Very important a catch. You go and submit a document at the DM's office, it is not good to be considered. That has to be received by a judicial person. So from the DM's office, you have to then take the application to a lawyer who would stamp it, that received, verified and received, and will then the application come to the tribunal.
So it's really a maze of bureaucracy that you're expecting some of the most marginalized people to deal with. I want to quickly come to Prabhakar ji. So, before this we were discussing how this election has just become about SIR और identity एक बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा हो गया. यहाँ पे जो इलेक्शन अभी हो रहा है, जो लोगों की परेशानियाँ हो रही हैं because of SIR, are people seeing Election Commission and BJP as one in this? So is this like a negative sentiment for BJP, do you feel? क्योंकि opposition का यही messaging भी रहा है कि Ganesh Kumar is team BJP. Even some of the tweets that he did when he came here, they were very, it's not even people's fault anymore if they assume that. But अगर I'm saying voting sentiment, क्योंकि BJP principal challenger है, क्या ये एक negative vote रहेगा BJP के लिए SIR, या you think उनका vote base will actually celebrate this and it actually helps their cause?
Absolutely नेगेटिव तो रहेगा, क्योंकि ममता बनर्जी की रैलियां देखिए, हर जगह वो प्रचार कर रही हैं कि सेंटर बीजेपी सीईसी सब मिले हुए हैं. और आप देखिए कि ईडी और इनकम टैक्स आज भी कई जगह छापेमारी हुई है. कैंडिडेट टीएमसी कैंडिडेट देवाशीष कुमार के उनके घर छापेमारी हुई है, ऑफिस पे हुई है. ईडी की छापेमारी हुई है. कई जगह चल रही है। तो ममता बनर्जी ने भी आज कूच बिहार उस साइड में थी तो रैलियों में भी कहती रही है कि हमारे कैंडिडेट के घर छापे पड़ रहे हैं, पार्टी के दफ्तरों में छापे पड़ रहे हैं। लोगों से भी कहती रही है कि सावधान रहिएगा, आधी रात को भी गिरफ्तारी हो सकती है, किसी की भी गिरफ्तारी हो सकती है। तो ये एक नैरेटिव जो ममता बना रही है, इसका तो असर स्पेशली ग्रामीण इलाकों में पड़ेगा। पिछली बार भी पड़ा था, खेला होवे जो नारा दिया था उन्होंने, उसका असर पड़ा था। इस बार भी पड़ेगा, क्योंकि अब ममता के साथ प्लस पॉइंट है कि बांग्ला बोलती हैं और ग्रामीण इलाकों में कनेक्ट कर पाती हैं लोगों से। बीजेपी के नेता बांग्ला नहीं बोलते हैं, एक लाइन बोलते हैं।
शुभेंदु अधिकारी नहीं बोल पाते।
शुभेंदु अधिकारी की स्वीकार्यता वैसी नहीं है ना, जैसी ममता की कनेक्टिविटी है। शुभेंदु का एक लिमिटेड उनका दायरा है, अपना पूर्व मेदिनीपुर और जहाँ जहाँ उन्होंने काम किया, बीरभूम में कुछ दिन काम किया, टीएमसी के ऑब्जर्वर वगैरह थे। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी आते हैं, बहुत भीड़ जुटती है, लेकिन लोग देखने आते हैं, उनकी बातें कोई समझता नहीं है, ताली बजा देते हैं, थोड़ा बहुत अनुवाद कोई करता है, लेकिन अर्थ का अनर्थ हो जाता है। जबकि ममता नब्ज पहचानती है लोगों की ग्रामीण इलाकों में। अमित शाह कुछ कहते हैं, लोग गलतियां करते रहे हैं। जेपी नड्डा ने बता दिया था कि रविन्द्रनाथ ठाकुर का जोड़ा सांकों में जन्म हुआ था। पिछली बार अमित शाह ने कॉलेज स्ट्रीट में रैली की थी, मूर्ति वगैरह तोड़फोड़ हुई थी, राजा राम मोहन राय, वो एक इशू बन गया था। कई जगह महापुरुषों के नाम गलत बता देते रहे हैं। तो बेसिक जानकारियों का अभाव है एक तो ये एक ममता जो नैरेटिव घूम घूम के बना रही हैं, अकेली नेता हैं, अभिषेक बनर्जी भी हैं, वो भी प्रचार कर रहे हैं, लेकिन ममता सबसे स्टार प्रचारक हैं 2011 से अब तक। तो लगातार ये एक नैरेटिव वो तो बनाने में कामयाब होती नज़र आ रही है कि ये सब मिले हुए हैं। सेंट्रल एजेंसीज का इस्तेमाल हो रहा है और ये साबित भी हो रहा है कि देखिए चुनाव चल रहा है, 4 दिन बाद चुनाव है, छापेमारी चल रही है। और आईपैक में छापेमारी हुई थी, ममता बनर्जी
अरेस्ट भी हुआ है दिल्ली में।
हाँ, तो यहाँ भी प्रतीक जैन को भी ईडी ने ये सम्मन भेजा है, उनकी वाइफ को भी सम्मन भेजा है। तो ये सब चीज़ें चल रही है, तो इसका कहीं ना कहीं तो एक लोगों में इफेक्ट पड़ेगा।
एक चीज़ मैं आपसे समझना चाहती हूँ, एंड आई वांट ऑल ऑफ यू टू वे इन ऑन दिस वन बाय वन। जिससे मैं पिछली असेंबली इलेक्शन में आई थी, तब भी मोदी का ही पोस्टर था हर जगह, और ममता बनर्जी का तो हो गई, बट इट वाज मोदी वर्सेस ममता। अभी भी वही पोस्टर्स में मोदी जी ही हर जगह चमक रहे हैं। नाउ यू आर नेटिवली फ्रॉम उत्तर प्रदेश, बट आप यहाँ पे रहे हैं पूरा, तो आपको एक समझ है दोनों जगहों की। और हम लोग जो नॉर्थ से बंगाल को देखते हैं, या बीजेपी का भी एक नॉर्दर्न इंडियन नज़रिया है वेस्ट बंगाल की पॉलिटिक्स को समझने का, वो क्या नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं वेस्ट बंगाल के बारे में?
बाकी राज्यों, खासकर उत्तर भारत के राज्यों और बंगाल में इलेक्शन काफ़ी अलग है, नज़रिया अलग है, लोगों की मानसिकता अलग है। जाति धर्म यहाँ नहीं चलता है कभी। और जैसे बिहार में, यूपी में कास्ट पॉलिटिक्स ज़्यादा होती है, बंगाल में नहीं होती है। और हिंदू मुस्लिम नहीं होता है यहाँ, अब होने लगा है, पिछले 10 सालों से हिंदू मुस्लिम होने लगा है, लेकिन पहले कभी यहाँ नहीं होता था। मंदिर मस्जिद की राजनीति नहीं होती थी। सबसे दिक्कत यह है कि बीजेपी अभी भी वही सी मानसिकता से, हरियाणा, यूपी, राजस्थान, मध्य प्रदेश वाली मानसिकता से बंगाल को भी देखती रही है। जबकि बंगाल के लोग अपनी भाषा, अपने कल्चर, अपने हेरिटेज के प्रति बहुत गर्व रखते हैं, अपने हीरो बनाते हैं। आज भी नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस, रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर, और पूछते हैं, इनको सम्मान देते हैं। इवन सौरभ गांगुली के समय देखिए, जब ग्रेग चैपल ने उनको टीम से हटाया था, बंगाल में कितना विरोध हुआ था। तो अभी भी लोग अपने हीरो को, अपने इतिहास को, अपनी विरासत को समझते हैं, पूछते हैं। तो ये एक वजह है ममता से जुड़ाव का। इसीलिए लेफ्ट फ्रंट 34 साल सत्ता में रही, ममता 15 साल से हैं। दूसरे कमी है कि बीजेपी के पास, मुझे जो लगता है, ममता बनर्जी के टक्कर का ऐसा कोई नेता नहीं है जो सब लोग जिसे स्वीकार करते हैं।
बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम इज अ फेस, दे डोंट हैव अ गुड फेस।
फेस नहीं है। मोदी बनाम ममता है, लेकिन लोगों को पता है कि 294 सीटें जीत जाएं तो भी मोदी तो मुख्यमंत्री यहाँ बनने से रहे। बनेगा।
डिस्टेंस इज फार। आई थिंक वो पिच यू कैन डू इन हरियाणा, बट आई थिंक बिटवीन वेस्ट बंगाल एंड दिल्ली देयर इज लाइक, नहीं,
ये तो बहुत अनपढ़ गंवार आदमी भी जानता है कि भाई मोदी तो यहाँ मुख्यमंत्री बनेंगे नहीं, बनेगी तो ममता ही। और मैं और एक चर्चा करना चाहूँगा SIR का। SIR ऐसी जटिल प्रक्रिया थी, हिसाब से क्या होना था। 2002 में जिसने वोट दिया था, चुनाव आयोग को ही मैपिंग करके बता देनी चाहिए थे कि भाई आपका तो नाम है, मैपिंग है, आपको ज़रूरत नहीं है। लेकिन उल्टे, अब जैसे मुझे हियरिंग में जाना पड़ा, मेरी वाइफ और बेटी का नहीं था, लेकिन मुझे हियरिंग में जाना पड़ा। क्यों? क्योंकि मैं अपने माता पिताजी का कहाँ वोट पड़ा था, उस साल मकान चेंज किया था, कहाँ वोट पड़ा था मैं ढूंढ नहीं पाया। 50 वोटर सेंटर थे, वोटिंग पोलिंग सेंटर, वहाँ 50 पीडीएफ में कैसे ढूंढ पाता, पीडीएफ प्रिंट आउट करके उसमें कैसे खोज पाता। तो मुझे हियरिंग में जाना पड़ा, मैंने डॉक्यूमेंट दिया, मेरा नाम आ गया। लेकिन ये तो सबसे बड़ा लॉजिकल डिस्क्रिपेंसी यही है ना कि एक परिवार में 2 लोगों के नाम आ जाते हैं, एक का नहीं आता है। ऐसे लाखों केसेज हैं, खासकर रूरल एरियाज में। 4 बेटे हैं, 2 का नाम आया, 1 का नहीं आया। कई सुसाइड्स भी हुए हैं, बहुत सारे सुसाइड हुए हैं लोगों के, नाम नहीं आया, लोगों में डर है कि अरे हमको बांग्लादेश भेज देगा, कल को एनआरसी आया, डिटेंशन सेंटर। असम का लोग आजकल तो मोबाइल है, सब खबरें सब पढ़ते हैं, जानते हैं, डिटेंशन सेंटर है। ज़बरदस्ती यहाँ से भी कई लोगों को बांग्लादेश पुशबैक हुआ है, फिर वापस आए हैं। कई गर्भवती महिलाओं को पुशबैक किया गया था, असम में किया गया। टीचर जो नौकरी करता है उसको पुशबैक किया गया। तो लोगों में एक तो गांव में लोग डरते भी हैं ना कि भाई अगर नाम नहीं है तो हम कैसे साबित करेंगे कि पैन कार्ड, आधार कार्ड पहले ही हुआ कि ये नागरिकता के डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं है, कोर्ट ने ही कह दिया है। तो पासपोर्ट गांव के लोगों के पास होता नहीं है। अगर वो अरब या दूसरी जगह मजदूरी करने कमाने नहीं जाए तो कौन पासपोर्ट बनवाता है।
हाँ.
This is something very funny to add to what he is saying. आधार कार्ड नागरिकता का प्रमाण नहीं है, all right? The matter went to Supreme Court and Supreme Court said make Aadhaar card
One
as
of
your
the-
13th document, one of the 13 documents as an identity proof, all right? The Election Commission of India had vociferously rejected the idea of accepting Aadhaar card from day one. It is the same Election Commission of India now, when they are accepting appeal from those whose names have now been deleted, mandatorily for an online application, they have to give their Aadhaar card and
Yes.
Aadhaar details. Do you realize how funny it is?
Yeah.
You are not accepting my Aadhaar card for SIR verification, for SIR scrutiny. Now, when you have deleted me, I have to file an application online to reach before the tribunal. In order to do so, mandatorily,
Yeah.
mandatorily
This is
you
like
have to
a
have your Aadhaar card
Dark movie.
and also Aadhaar card linked with your mobile number.
Yeah.
Do you realize how funny it is? I mean, Election Commission of India has really made the entire SIR exercise a big joke. मैं सर के साथ एकदम सहमत हूँ। इस इलेक्शन में और कोई मुद्दा होना नहीं चाहिए। इस इलेक्शन में और कोई मुद्दा हो नहीं सकता है, हो भी नहीं सकता है। जितने सारे दिल्ली के पत्रकार आए, with all due respect and to you too as well, I see them going and having fuchka. They have gone to a restaurant.
Sandesh, Rasgulla.
Sandesh, they are satiating on Bengali delicacies. And I wish they had actually, in those many numbers, had gone and reported those many stories on SIR. I mean, every story told is just an addition to the 5 that you have reported so far.
Yeah.
It needs to multiply. You're talking about 27,16,393 people who have been disenfranchised.
Yeah.
And you go talk to them. They would say, you have taken my right to vote.
And Kamala, there is a chronology, right? Not only SIR. Before SIR, we have seen the enormous pushback from across India. Say Sonali Khatun, Sweetie Bibi, Amir Sheikh, each and every migrant worker, the way they have used to push them back was you can draw a parallel with the Nazi Germany.
But I would still say, Manisha, if those were the cases now, we were still dealing 1 or 2 isolated cases. Sonali Khatun pushed to Bangladesh. She was 7 months pregnant. Came back to India when she was 9 months pregnant and then delivered soon after coming to Bengal. And that too after the intervention of the Supreme Court. I mean, had that been the case, we would have still dealt with individual cases, say about 200 odd cases, 300 odd cases. Here we are talking about 27 lakh, 16,393 cases. The Supreme Court in the last hearing said that before tribunal, the number of cases that would now appear if they actually file application is 34 lakhs. So 27 lakh, 16,000 deleted. On top of that, there are more applications where people are either wanting to come back to the voter list to Form 6 or wanting someone to be removed. And thus that number had accentuated, gone up to 34 lakhs. Do you think it's a joke going on? Supreme Court, with all due respect, we all work for money, right? The Supreme Court had spoken about remuneration of judges. multiple times, devotedly spoken about it, that too at the beginning of the hearing, reminded Election Commission of India, do ensure it happens, and I respect that. If the judicial officers are sacrificing their day's work, taking the extra burden of
Extra burden. I mean, it is an extra burden. It's
it
not
is-
like they don't have cases pending.
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
and great respect to the judicial officers, and they should be compensated. They should be given remuneration. But likewise, the Supreme Court had time and again said that people without a fair trial, if being deleted, that's unfair. They should be given fair chance to natural justice. Coming back to today's tribunal experience, people don't know. I saw at least 5 people. Somebody has come from Baharampur. By bus, it takes about 5 hours. By train, it takes about 4 hours. Started at 5 in the morning, reached there at 12 noon in this scorching heat. I came across somebody who has come from Hashkhali, took about 3.5 hours. I came across somebody who has come from Nakashipara, took 5 hours. Similarly, there are multiple people holding bunch of papers, trying to go and submit their case and hoping they would be cleared out. But that is not the case. They don't know. Now imagine the suffering of these people.
Yeah. So,
And the court is saying that they should be given a fair trial to hearing for natural justice. But the court ideally should have said that people who have been mapped, yet put under logical discrepancy, people who have passports, yet put under logical discrepancy and then deleted, people who have birth certificate, yet put under logical discrepancy, deleted, taken away their right to vote, that itself is natural injustice. I mean, that should be the point of highlight. You are saying go through fair trial for proper natural justice. I mean, we have been pushed to natural injustice now.
Who will bear the expense of that
Yeah.
family?
exactly. Like if many of these guys are daily wage workers, 4,000 to 5,000 is just spent on tickets.
Exactly.
In fact, we had a report which, one very tiny detail, which we think it's nothing, but it's so important. The person said that photocopies are costing 10 rupees.
Exactly.
2
so.
रुपए होता था अब 10 रुपए हो गया
Exactly so.
तो भाई I mean it's a lot of money for somebody to like reams of copying. But I want to come to you, Arka. Is this SIR then kind of in a way a gift to Mamata Banerjee? Because what happens now is that we're talking about EC, the complete abject, terrible, cruel way in which this process has gone on. And the governance issues have completely taken a setback. So we are not talking about what the government has done.
Exactly
We are not
so.
talking about employment issues for the youth here, the education scams that have happened, or just generally what has the TMC done over the last 15 years.
Exactly.
If SIR wasn't an issue, what do you think would have been the biggest challenge for Mamata? This
15 years
Yeah.
would have been the best challenge. A big anti-incumbency that is natural. It would have been a great challenge. Let's go by statistics. Okay, Mamata Banerjee is highly dependent on 3M. First, Mahila ka vote. In last Lok Sabha election, Mamata Banerjee's party got 53% vote from Mahilas. They are beneficiaries of
Yeah.
all welfare
Lakshmi
schemes
Bhandar
like
and
Lakshmi
yeah.
Bhandar, Kanyasri, Rupasri, and many other schemes. Now, after Abhaya incident, this is the first vote that women can put their mandate. So it could be a huge setback for Mamata Banerjee if that issue remain consistent. Next, Muslim vote. Mamata Banerjee has at least 70% of Muslim vote in her pocket, for her party. It will surely the SIR issue will enhance this number.
It'll consolidate in a historic way.
and the fractions like ISF, even CPIM and Congress,
Even a meme that generally
and meme
yeah.
that will not work, because to fight against BJP, Bengali Muslims are getting shelter in that apron Mamata Banerjee used to perform that she is the lawyer of the common people. People will seek their shelter on that, on Mamata Banerjee's party, Muslim people. And last, Motua. From 2019, Motua's, when CAA was announced, Motuas of Bengal, they thought that BJP will give them some citizen certificate. but they do not have any map, any direction what the citizenship certificate. The application number is very less. They don't know what is it. And in 2025, 2026, they are saying that they are going to be devoters. Except being the citizen, they don't know they will be in detention camp or not. So this Motua vote will not consolidate for Modi BJP again. But in Ranaghat, in Bongao, in Motua Den, this vote will be certainly anti-BJP vote.
What are the big dissatisfactions with the Mamata government? If you were to
Job scam,
job scam,
there is no significant industry, and like other states, we have sheer joblessness. So that could be, look, we are party society. We tolerated a party for more than 34 years. So our patience levels is different. Is high, very high. So it was a tough game. Eventually, it could be a tough game for Mamata Banerjee if the SIR issue had not become that much
That
pertinent.
big. Prabhakar ji, I want to understand one thing. This women's safety issue. Actually, a lot of women told me also. They kept mentioning RG Kaur, and the big thing was there is a feeling among people कि justice नहीं हुआ, even though the one person who's accused was arrested. Now, how do you understand it? Is women's safety a real issue here in the sense of women going out at night? Is it really unsafe? Because our understanding of West Bengal is also that women are front and center of everything. So it is a space where women do go out. You have a woman chief minister. You have so many, largest number of women candidates that TMC fields. तो विमेन सेफ्टी एक इशू है लोगों के लिए, या यू थिंक आरजी कौर एक ऐसा केस था जिसमें अभी तक पीपल हैव नॉट really understood what the case was, because there's also a lot of media frenzy around it. At least in Delhi channels I saw it was shown as a gang rape, it was shown कि कुछ organ trading, मतलब एक मिशमैश हो गया था, लोगों को समझ नहीं आ रहा था कि यहाँ पे हो क्या रहा है. So RG Kaur's impact on her, did they handle it badly as a government, TMC? And women's safety, how big is that an issue here?
देखिए, आरजी कर एक केस हो गया और वैसे केसेस आप हर जगह रोक नहीं सकती हैं. एक केस हुआ, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, स्टेट पुलिस ने पकड़ा, बाद में सीबीआई को दिया गया. सीबीआई ने भी तो वही किया, वो भी तो पता नहीं लगा पाई कि और कितने लोग थे, क्या लोग थे. पुलिस से नाराज़ थे आरजी कर के पीड़िता के माँ बाप. सीबीआई की जांच से भी संतुष्ट नहीं है, क्योंकि सीबीआई ने भी कहा कि वही एक सिविक वॉलंटियर था, वही एक था, उसी को आजीवन कारावास हुई. तो उसके खिलाफ आंदोलन भी चला. लेकिन अभी भी मैं कहूँगा कलकत्ता या एज ए होल ऑफ बंगाल महिलाओं के लिए देश के बाकी मेट्रो सिटीज़ से सेफ़ है, अभी भी सेफ़ है. और ऐसी घटनाएं कहीं भी हो सकती है. दिल्ली में तो दो सरकारें हैं, दिल्ली सरकार है, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट है, वहाँ भी 2012 में केस हुआ था.
क्या टीएमसी या गवर्नमेंट का रवैया उस वक्त सही नहीं था? कुड इट हैव बीन बेटर in responding to public anger?
इट बेटर. कुछ तो उस समय पुलिस की भी गफलत थी और बढ़िया से इसको हैंडल किया जा सकता था, और आंदोलनकारियों से भी बढ़िया से हैंडल किया जा सकता था. तो शुरुआती दौर में कुछ गड़बड़ियाँ हुई, ये माना, बाद में पुलिस वालों ने भी माना, हाई कोर्ट ने भी माना, इसीलिए सीबीआई को मामला सौंपा गया. और उसके बाद सीबीआई ने भी तो वही किया. तो अगर इस केस का नुकसान आरजी कर का टीएमसी पर पड़ता है तो बीजेपी को भी पड़ेगा, पढ़ना चाहिए, क्योंकि सीबीआई तो आखिर केंद्र सरकार के अधीन है, होम मिनिस्ट्री के अधीन है. तो कुल मिला के थोड़ा फीसी है, रहस्यमय ही था. उसके सुपरिटेंडेंट को पकड़ा गया, प्रिंसिपल को, फिर आर्थिक भ्रष्टाचार के आरोप लगाए गए, फिर जेल गया, फिर पता चला चार्जशीट 90 दिन में फाइल नहीं हुई तो जमानत भी मिल गई. तो बहुत कुछ रहस्यमय था. आरोप लगते रहे कि कई लोग थे उनको बचाने के लिए.
इसमें मीडिया ने भी बहुत नेगेटिव रोल प्ले किया, आई थिंक, इन टर्म्स ऑफ कॉन्स्पिरेसी थ्योरीज जो फैलाई गई.
कॉन्स्पिरेसी, क्योंकि कॉन्स्पिरेसी ही बिकती है ना, खासकर चैनलों में तो कॉन्स्पिरेसी थ्योरीज ही बिकती है, लोग देखते हैं, टीआरपी का खेल है. तो सारा कुछ हुआ, लेकिन ममता को तो एक मुद्दा ऐसा मिल गया एसआईआर का जिसमें बाकी सब नाकामियां उसकी छिप गई है.
आपको क्या लगता है सबसे बड़ी नाकामी ममता बनर्जी के गवर्नमेंट की 5 साल में या 15 साल?
देखिए, 15 साल में वही जो इन्होंने कहा कि एक तो उद्योगीकरण, एक ममता पर तो छाप लगा हुआ है कि सिंगूर से टाटा को भगाया, उसके बाद कोई बड़ा उद्योग समूह यहाँ नहीं आया. नौकरियां नहीं मिल रही है, आरोप लगते रहे हैं कि यहाँ के युवा साउथ चले जा रहे हैं, प्रतिभा का ब्रेन ड्रेन हो रहा है, प्रतिभा पलायन हो रहा है, साउथ चले जा रहे हैं क्योंकि यहाँ नौकरियां नहीं है। हालांकि सरकार का भी दावा है यहाँ आईटी कंपनियों को ज़मीन दे रही है, राजारहाट में, न्यू टाउन में कैंपस खुल रहे हैं, जो भी है। लेकिन आप साउथ में किसी भी शहर में चले जाइए, बंगाल के हजारों लाखों युवा लड़के मिल जाएंगे,
दिल्ली में भी
बेंगलोर, नासिक, गुड़गांव, पुणे, हैदराबाद भरे हुए हैं। हर पुणे में तो मैंने देखा हर दूसरा आदमी जो टकराता है आईटी सेक्टर वाले में, हिंजेवाड़ी, वो बंगाली निकलता है। तो ये सब चीज़ें हैं। और मुझे एक चीज़ फिर भी लगता है कि बंगाल के आम लोगों को, खासकर ग्रामीण इलाकों में, भ्रष्टाचार वगैरह उनके लिए कोई मुद्दे नहीं होते हैं। अगर भ्रष्टाचार मुद्दा होता तो जब वो शारदा चिट फंड और नारदा स्कीम में वो सब घोटाला आया होता, तो स्टिंग ऑपरेशन, तो उसी समय सरकार गिर जाना चाहिए था। तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि यहाँ स्कैम और भ्रष्टाचार, कितने टीएमसी के नेता विधायक जेल गए, मदन मित्रा से लेके कितने, तापस पाल जेल में रहे महीनों, मर भी गए, कितने पार्थ चटर्जी रहे। तो मुझे नहीं लगता लोगों को बहुत ज़्यादा इफेक्ट होता है इस पर
करप्शन
ठीक है। जॉब स्कैम में जितने लोगों की नौकरी गई, तो कुछ न कुछ तो गलतियां रही होगी। अगर सीबीआई ने पकड़ा, कुछ लोग सचमुच गलत किए होंगे, लेकिन होता है अपने समाज में, गेहूं के साथ घुन भी पिसता है। अगर कुछ हजार लोग फर्जी तरीके से भर्ती हुए तो उनके साथ असली जो लोग थे, मेरिट के बल पर गए थे, उनको भी पिसना पड़ा। तो इसलिए मुझे नहीं लगता इन सब चीज़ों को, क्योंकि भ्रष्टाचार के आरोप कोई नए नहीं है। वो 2013 में जो हजारों करोड़ का चिट फंड घोटाला सामने आया था, उसके बाद भी 2014 में तृणमूल का लोकसभा चुनाव में प्रदर्शन बढ़िया ही रहा। तो लोगों को इससे फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता है। उनको लगता है कि मेरे जीवन पर इससे क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है, सरकार से मुझे सामाजिक सुरक्षा है, योजनाओं का फ़ायदा मिल रहा है, मेरा काम हो रहा है कि नहीं, ये चीज़ें मायने रखती है। उसके अलावा और एक चीज़ है कि लोग देखते हैं विकल्प क्या है। अगर मैं इसको नहीं दूं तो एक ज़माने में विकल्प था लोगों के पास कि लेफ्ट को हटाना है तो टीएमसी को वोट दें। अब देख रहे हैं लोग कि बीजेपी को वोट दें, पता नहीं कैसा है, पता नहीं क्या होगा हमारा।
अभी भी बीजेपी पता नहीं जोन में ही है यहाँ पे।
हाँ, तो
लोगों का
खासकर ग्रामीण इलाकों में
हाँ।
शहरी इलाकों में तो लोगों का विजन क्लियर है, वो जानते हैं कौन क्या है, कैसा है, नहीं है। ग्रामीण इलाकों में एक नैरेटिव भी बनाया जाता है लोकल लेवल पर कि भाई वो आएगा तो ऐसा करेगा, वो आएगा ऐसा करेगा। अब उसका कितना असर पड़ता है, लोग सोचते हैं ठीक है इससे नाराजगी है, लेकिन चलो ठीक है, जीवन तो चल रहा है, चलो वोट देते हैं। तो लास्ट में जो
नोन डेविल इज बेटर देन
फेंसिंग, हाँ, फेंस पे है, तो वो भी। अब बंगाल में एक कहावत कहा जाता है ना कि ना मामा चे काना मामा भालो, किसी का मामा नहीं है तो कोई लंगड़ा काना भी मामा है तो उससे बेटर है। तो वो सब चीज़ें काम करती है। खासकर आप ग्रामीण इलाकों में लोगों से बात कीजिए, उनके लिए वो चीज़ें बहुत अहम है जो हम लोग शहरों में रह के नहीं समझ पाते हैं। लेकिन ग्रामीण इलाकों में आप नंदीग्राम जाइए, नदिया जाइए, मेदिनीपुर ज़िले में जाइए, कहीं गाँव में जो खेतों में काम कर रहा है किसान, उससे बातें कीजिए, तब पता चलेगा कि छोटी छोटी चीज़ें कितना मायने रखती है उसके लिए।
Tamal, RG Kor case, do you feel like it has really dented Mamta's credibility, women's issues, women's safety? Is this something more of what we hear because we're consuming English media, we're looking at social media, or is genuinely a concern which can really put her in the backseat in the way we saw maybe Sheila Dikshit in Delhi when the December 16th gang rape case had happened?
So, Manisha, no, we have to admit that people who live in urban societies, we are innately very selfish people. Only when it happens in our circle, we react. To give you a statistic, RG Kor happened in August 2024. 9th of August, precisely. Between 9th of August 2024 and June 2024, there had been 22 such cases of violations across India. Sadly, nobody spoke about it because they happened in some rural part of India. I say every story should be spoken out. RG Kor, because it happened in Kolkata, the people of Kolkata somewhere felt it is one of our own who has been wronged, violated. It shouldn't have happened. But after it happened, the kind of response I had seen from common people, if I talk about it, I'll get goosebumps. And I really hoped that there would be some societal changes. That did not happen because politics got into it. That benefited Mamata Banerjee, I would say. Because people are very politically conscious. The moment you bring in politics into it, people realize, oh, now politics इसमें घुस गया है. ये मेरा मूवमेंट था, अभी इसमें पॉलिटिक्स घुस गया. सर की चीज़ में मैं ऐड करूँगा आरजी कौर. Yes, it could have dented Mamata Banerjee's image, and if a credit of a good road goes to Mamata Banerjee, a case of this kind happening, the responsibility equally is of Mamata Banerjee, right? दोनों चीज़ का responsibility आपका है. एक अच्छी सड़क और कोई क्राइम हुआ, दोनों की responsibility. लेकिन जब आप उसमें पॉलिटिक्स घुसा देंगे तो लोग उस पर चर्चा करेंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आरजी कौर, द मदर ऑफ द विक्टिम इज नाउ अ बीजेपी कैंडिडेट. Literally, the mother of the victim is now a BJP candidate. Day before yesterday, I was leaving Kolkata going out somewhere. I saw one BJP candidate from Beleghata playing that song, Aar Kobe, sung by Arijit Singh, composed by him, penned by him. The song dedicated to Arji Kaur movement, a song which is almost like an integral emotion to the movement. That song has been now usurped by BJP. People are seeing it. So Arji Kaur could have affected Mamata Banerjee big time. But yes, the government handled it brilliantly, I would say, in the later stage. To answer what you asked, sir, as where did Mamata Banerjee go wrong?
What if SIR wasn't an issue? Then what would we be talking about in terms
Arji
of
Kaur
our governance?
specifically, in Arji Kaur specifically, I think the image of Mamata Banerjee standing outside the victim's house and saying that আমি এক্ষুনি 10 লাখ টাকা বলে দিয়েছি, 10 lakh rupees compensation has been announced, and the principal of Arji Kaur now been transferred to another college. Those two things were unacceptable to people. Giving compensation to a victim is law, right?
Okay, so people didn't like that you're
Of
coming
course,
and
I mean, who would like it?
yeah.
But there are certain things you don't say.
हाँ.
I mean, मुझे मालूम है वो लॉ है, वो कानून है. आपको बोलने की जरूरत क्या है? आपको सरकारी पैसा देना है ना, तो आप दे दीजिए.
Also, some of the delayed communication.
The delayed communication, and आपको बोलने का जरूरत क्या है? आप उन्हीं के घर के बाहर खड़े होकर बोल रहे कि मैं उनको बोल दिया कि मैं 10 लाख रुपए, and she said it very politely कि मैंने बोला कोई नहीं चाहता अपना बच्चे को गंवाना, लेकिन ये हमारे लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, आपको देना हम लोगों की जिम्मेदारी है. आप उस पैसे से क्या करेंगे ये आपकी बात है. पर मेरा कहना है कि आपको बोलने का जरूरत ही क्या है.
because आप जता रहे हो, then it's like you're doing a favor.
That did not go down well.
टाइमिंग गलत थी.
Timing बहुत गलत थी. That did not go down well with the urban population. One. Second, you transferred the same principle of Arji Kaur from Arji Kaur to another medical college, and they were the complaint and the entire furor centered around that man. People found the opportunity to vent out their angst against whatever was happening in Arji Kaur. Yes, at the heart of it was a brutal rape and murder. But people found an opportunity कि इसके चलते हम सब कुछ बताएंगे अभी, कि चलो ये हो गया, अभी मुझे सब कुछ बताना है. So जब लोग आगे आए बताने के लिए, स्टूडेंट्स आगे आए बताने में, तब आप उस प्रिंसिपल को ट्रांसफर कर रहे हैं. क्यों कर रहे हैं? Just put him under suspension ना. Put him under suspension till the matter gets resolved. That was a second big mistake on part of the government. Otherwise, I would say, I know a couple of officers. Manisha, you all are journalists. We work on sources, right? Not a single thing had come out from police. And I can say that. Not a single penny worth information had come out from police. They were that guarded. The matter was there with Kolkata police for exactly 3 days. 9th it happened, 10th, 11th, 12th. 13th, Calcutta High Court handed over the case to CBI. For 4 days, not a single bit of information had come out from Kolkata police. And they arrested that man, Sanjoy, in exactly 24 hours time, within 24 hours time.
Yeah.
They did everything right. But it's just that, जैसे सर ने बताया, कम्युनिकेशन मुंह खोल के बताना चाहिए. एक तो उन लोगों में एक अहम है कि मीडिया से बात नहीं करेंगे. अरे हम लोग तो पुलिस ऑफिसर है. मैंने बोला उनको कि आपको आरजी कौर से सीख लेना चाहिए. जाके देखिए उत्तर प्रदेश के पुलिस ऑफिसर, सीपी हो, डीजी हो, भर भर के साउंड बाइट दे रहे हैं, क्योंकि उनको कम्युनिकेशन करना चाहिए और आता है कम्युनिकेट करना. आप सही चीज़ कर रहे हो, फिर भी कम्युनिकेट नहीं कर रहे हो, तो आप अगर चुप रहेंगे तब लोग आवाज़ उठाएंगे और उन्हीं का आवाज़ सिर्फ एक मात्रा स्टेटमेंट बन के रह जाएगा.
So I'll come on Mamta quickly. I know आपको जाना है. You said you have to go at 5. So we'll take one last quick question from you and then we'll carry on. I want to quickly, after this, discuss with these guys state of media in West Bengal. So, as a veteran journalist, everyone's like smiling. We were discussing before this. देखो दिल्ली नोएडा मीडिया का क्या हाल है वो तो हमें पता ही है. We know channels कितने बर्बाद हैं, but now even though I don't understand Bengali, I see certain channels from coming out of Bengal which can give all these Noida channels a run for their money. वही shouting, वही aggression, पूरा वही drama. और फिर दूसरा पक्ष ये भी है which they say that Mamata Banerjee's control over the media is as good as or as bad for journalists as Modi's control on the media in center. What is your observation being here of the media landscape in West Bengal? Is it very controlled by the TMC and then BJP, or is there space for?
I think BJP has more control in Delhi, Noida, national channels as far as concerned. Here also, it is obvious.
Huh.
Whoever is in government like to have an stake in media.
Huh.
So party politics and everything goes on smoothly. And government has a power like advertisement.
हाँ, advertisements तो है ही खैर. हाँ.
So there is this thing, at least in last 10 years, it has changed rapidly. The scene has changed rapidly. Earlier, it was not the case. Even in left front era, there was some regulation, some control over some media. If someone publishes something which goes against left front government, there was incidents of attacks and everything. It was there earlier also, but not as openly as it is now.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll let you go. So, as digital media journalists, both of you are digital media journalists. So I'm very happy. We are also a digital media organization. This thing which I heard also कि actually BJP media भी नहीं है, यहाँ पे सुवेंदु media है और ममता media है. Is this a correct characterization of?
You know, if tomorrow I had little power in my hand, I would have moved a bill in parliament stopping all government ads for all media houses.
Yay, we agree. Ad free.
Stop government ads.
हाँ.
The entire circus which is happening in Delhi, in Kolkata, in Bengal and everywhere else. Because पैसा बोलता है, पैसा चाहिए. सरकारी ad, क्यों चाहिए आपको सरकारी ad?
दुकान चलाने के लिए.
अरे सरकार का ad है, सरकार का वेबसाइट बना लो, सरकार का ad है, ट्विटर हैंडल है, इंस्टाग्राम हैंडल है, और उसी जगह पे इलेक्शन के टाइम सारे पॉलिटिकल पार्टी कैंपेन कर रहे हैं फेसबुक में, इंस्टाग्राम में. तो सरकार का ad मीडिया हाउस में क्यों चलाना है, आप मुझे बताइए. हमें तो एक फूटी कौड़ी नहीं मिल रही है. और जो मीडिया हाउस सबसे ज्यादा गाली ममता बनर्जी को पूरा 5 साल दिया, उसी मीडिया हाउस को सरकारी पैसा सडनली इलेक्शन से पहले मिलना शुरू.
रिपब्लिक भारत? नहीं, रिपब्लिक बांग्ला. That then?
You want me to name?
Yes.
ABP Anando, I don't know. AB Anando Bajar. They have been very critical of Mamata Banerjee government.
Okay.
And then right before elections, they get all the ads. They get Mamata Banerjee's interviews. और हम लोग कहाँ पे, जहाँ पे 5 साल पहले थे, सड़क पे, right? We are getting the ground reports.
Yeah.
Right? So my suggestion is government ads has to stop.
We support that.
we-
and you guys should be supporting independent news organizations, independent journalists if you want a free media. We can't be depending on government advertisements.
I mean, that is the problem. And this is also a fact, Manisha. No government would want criticism coming in from media.
Yeah.
No government.
Yeah.
They would go to any extent to ensure the media can be controlled.
Yeah.
But what governments have now failed, I mean, for this I thank Modi ji. Digital India. I am super happy that he made this thing possible.
अभी लॉज आ रहे हैं डिजिटल.
वो सब लॉ कोई नहीं, कभी नहीं पास होगा, हो ही नहीं सकता. आई मीन यूट्यूब विल नॉट बी फॉलोइंग सच लॉज. एक इलॉन मास्क तो संभाल नहीं सकते, आप कितने लोगों को संभालेंगे? यू कैन प्लग इन सम malware here and there, like you have in Instagram and Facebook, but you can't control.
But you feel digital media has really given you the space to able to put stories that matter.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, doesn't really matter how many people are watching our stories. The sole satisfaction thing is, if there are 1,000 people watching our stories, those 1,000 people are consuming stories which are worth being told. As I told you, the entire liability media, which has flown down from Delhi and elsewhere, I don't call them national media, legacy media, nothing. They are a liability. So that liability media now reporting from fish market. I saw a reporter holding a fish head in a hand and record a PTC.
Hmm.
You're literally holding a fish head.
Who's this?
Pallavi.
Okay. We like taking names in News Laundry. Okay.
Yeah, so
Pallavi Ghosh.
I respect her, and probably that gave her a great color for that PTC.
हाँ,
और लोगों को सर्कस चाहिए,
हाँ,
लेकिन ये हमारी जिम्मेदारी है कि लोगों को शिक्षित करें.
हाँ.
विकसित भारत तब बनेगा जब लोग शिक्षित होंगे. तो आप अगर ऐसा दिखाएंगे, एंड दैट इज एग्जैक्टली द नैरेटिव ऑफ बीजेपी टू. I mean, yes, to that extent, digital media has given me, our own platform has given us tremendous freedom, if not anything else. Freedom in breaking patterns, creating your own pattern, telling stories which do not fit into the pattern of legacy media. And the best thing is, they are there. The stories you have reported from Manipur, they are still there. Balasore, still there. Stories you have reported from flood-affected areas, still there. And we suddenly see a rise in people watching them. I mean, don't know why, but people come and watch them. Likewise, the stories we are doing on SIR, trust you me, 10 years down the line, people will come back to those stories as a reference. Because what COVID has done, SIR has done the same thing.
So, Arka, your observations on media? Is it really Suvendu media versus Mamta media? And also on the digital media, while I get Tamal's point that there is, thanks to digital media, even people like us can put our voices out there. But in digital media also, there are so many actors now where you don't know where the money is coming from.
we know the money trail.
कौन से पार्टी पैसा दे रहा है, किसने कौन सा चैनल खड़ा किया? Because even digital media, it's like sometimes I see every day there's a new YouTuber doing vox pops, and you're wondering like where did this person come from? And especially before elections.
So, Manisha, there are we can say there are three types of media here. One, the legacy media that are, as Tamalda said, they are heavily ad dependent. So they succumb to anyone who is in the position to dictate something. Likewise, if IPAC give us a feed on 7 a.m., we know that that feed will be in the masthead, the carousel within 10.
Okay.
They do not check, they do not quote the source, just that could be the headline. We know that because the same feed is given to us as well. So there is an IPAC story they are doing because they get payment from government. This is legacy media. They have legacy. The same media that that told us that Karachi is already burned and Hindus are facing genocide in Bangladesh. They can do fake news any day and every day. And that is their culture. Another media is a replicated form of Delhi media, you may call Godi media. They keep a balanced liaison with Mamata government as well as with BJP. They have someone in Delhi who is doing liaison with Delhi. And someone who is doing liaison with Kolkata. To be specific, Mamata Banerjee. The third front, we are trying to survive. Third front. We don't have any government support. Even we don't like to have government support. Even those industrialists, they don't give us patta. So we are heavily dependent on public, and the most significant stories are done by these media outlets. Like the most significant story done in this election is covered by Alt News. When they decoded the data provided by EC, they decoded the EC's wall.
Yeah.
We have tried to do most significant stories on migrant labor. We have tried to do most significant regular update on what is going on Bangladesh. So we may call us, we have greater responsibility. We try to check all the facts with a greater responsibility. We do hard work, and we are subscription dependent. And as you said, there is a fourth front. They emerge whenever election comes. So those are the outlets that are dependent on some Adhikari, some Ghosh, and some other Kabir. They have a
In fact,
life.
one of the Republic anchors is contesting, right?
Santu Pan.
Shantu Pan, who apparently you were telling me that he was covering Amit Shah's rally and then went up the stage and joined
that itself is a story.
joined the BJP.
I know the backstory of that. Shuntu he's a younger chap, okay, funny guy, young, very young, and then suddenly he got fame and popularity after he was arrested. He got arrested while covering Sandesh Khat.
Yes.
All right, and that made him very famous. In the flip side, the story that nobody knows, that he was actually grounded after he got arrested. Like when Arnab Goswami got arrested, he was made to look like a bigger hero. मेरे पैर में जूते नहीं है, पुलिस ने मेरे को चप्पल नहीं पहनने दिया, अरेस्ट करके लेके चला गया. That same network literally grounded him so that he doesn't become as famous as...
Can't be bigger than the brand.
Oh my God. So he was grounded. Nobody knows that. Then उसके बाद लोगों को लगा नहीं शंतु पान चिल्लाता है कहाँ पे गया धीरे धीरे उसको वापस लाया जब उनका नंबर्स नीचे जा रहे थे वापस लाया फिर पॉपुलर बन गए and then this time he went for Amit Shah's rally. He was wearing that same attire like how he covers every day. He was reporting for Republic Bangla. The camera person also didn't know. He went to the spot in a Republic Bangla's car. In the same with the same unit. And then after reaching there, all of a sudden he gets a call, and then he goes and joins. And people back.
He joins BJP.
He joins BJP
While covering. And then the camera person gets a call from the office in Calcutta. कि उसको गाड़ी में मत लेके आना. So camera person comes back to Kolkata without him. So that is he. I wish I have the document and I wish I could show you. One of my colleagues and also another friend of mine had received an appointment letter over mail or offer letter over mail from one of those nondescript suddenly popped up YouTube
channel which is a fourth front paying handsomely.
Yeah.
Do you know there is something called Namo TV? Yeah.
Just add on. We can tell the name Manthan, Namo TV. There are names.
So Namo TV had been on a hiring spree.
Namo TV.
Yeah.
I thought that was like Namo TV का तो मैं बहुत पहले सुना था.
बहुत पहले का था, right? So अभी suddenly Namo TV के नाम से लोगों के पास ऑफर लेटर जा रहा है, ठीक है? बोल रहे आप 5 महीनों के लिए 6 महीनों के लिए and they're getting paid like 50,000 rupees to college pass out. And I know of people straight out of some media school. I started my career with 9,100 rupees. That person is being offered 50,000 rupees. क्या काम है कि आपको दूसरे को नेगेट करना है, उसको काउंटर करना है, प्रोपेगेंडा फैलाना है. So that machinery is very active. So
right before elections, you have these YouTube guys spring up, which is the point is to work as the party.
Very active, active. And both sides are doing it. I won't say only BJP is doing it. I think BJP has upped the game nationally and compelled other political parties to follow the same pattern. If you see data, Trinamool Congress is spending as much as BJP on Facebook ads, as much as BJP on Instagram ads. So you're talking about one national party and one party which is here only in one region. Yet the competition is fierce. So the game has been started by BJP. But you can't say they are the only one playing it. Congress is doing it. Trinamool Congress is doing it. DMK is also doing it. Go to Kerala, even left is also doing it. Everywhere people are spending money after these digital ads.
And what's sad is that there's so much money being pumped into this industry, media industry. But like you said, the stories that matter,
That never reaches to
they are not coming out. The
They are not
grounds, because
coming
they
out.
are dependent on people like you, people like
I
Miss
don't know
Laundry.
how many views will you get on this discussion, because I'm sure on the thumbnail, our audience is very smart. So thumbnail, if you write SIR somewhere, take it in writing, the story would be suppressed. And we've been following this pattern.
Okay.
You write SIR on thumbnail, the story invariably gets suppressed.
Okay.
I don't know how it works. How it works. It's magic. And it's very, very sad that I wish And my disappointment is with every political party. Because these political parties, when they need a story that suits them, they would use our story to prove a point. But when I need their interview to survive, I will not get it.
So one quick question, and then I want to end with an election. हाँ.
Just would like to add on just one point. Like हम हमारा जैसा जर्नलिस्ट लोग हम सोचते रहते कि रिटायरमेंट के बाद क्या करेंगे. We always think that we don't have PF, we don't have everything. But here in last few years, some of us have given us a better plan. That you can get early retirement and you can be a party spokesperson or you can get ticket from a party. So the question is, for getting ticket, you shall have a groundwork. So while reporting for an outlet, you are also parallelly doing groundwork for the party,
For
right?
the party.
And it can damage your credibility, your institution's credibility. Yeah, you have secured the pension that I and Tamalda will eventually miss.
I really want to take this opportunity to reach out to every politician, okay? And I say this, that those people who use stories done by independent journalists to prove their point and narrative are the same people who deny us interviews.
They don't want to be asked questions from those independent journalists.
I mean, that's very, very sad.
Yeah, that's across the board you see.
I mean, imagine we started our platform in 3 years. So when I was there with my previous organization, thrice I got Mamata Banerjee's interview. Thrice. I had 3 offers before I left that organization, and those people, one of them, had clearly told me that you are the only journalist who had gotten Mamata Banerjee's interview thrice. It's unbelievable. So they considered me to be very close to the Mamata Banerjee administration. I said, okay. Eventually, I never took that offer. I started my own platform. It's been 3 years. I never got Mamata Banerjee's interview. No Abhishek Banerjee's interview. No Rahul Gandhi's interview. No Akhilesh Yadav's interview. Do they realize that if they give interview to independent platforms, we are better noticed? When he says that industrialists don't support us, they don't even consider us, why will they consider us? We are not being valued by people in power or not in power aspiring to be in power. I think it's very, very important, be it people in power or those in opposition. Because today you are in power, tomorrow you can be in opposition.
But I think, this is a problem which I don't see going, because I feel people, even the opposition today wants those questions कि आप कैसे काम करते हैं, थकते क्यों नहीं, आप कैसे आम खाते हैं.
आम काट के
I think
खाते हैं
everyone
या
wants
चूस के
their own
खाते हैं.
pottery today, and that's very sad, because very few politicians
No
are
one
okay
likes
taking
to-
questions.
You to be questioned.
There is an expectation from everyone that, still some do, but it's far and few between. I think everyone is like, if you are doing this to Modi, everyone wants to be a Modi at the end of the day.
Exactly,
This is what
exactly
we.
so.
But I think one
You are
important.
not allowed to ask any and every question.
Yeah.
Always your question will be screened.
The more important appeal I think, Tamal, you should make is to the viewers, that if you find valuable journalism that you are doing, that independent organizations are doing, you must put your support behind them, not in terms of just likes and shares, but also subscribing to valuable work.
Absolutely. And
know?
that's our humble appeal, that I won't say that you don't watch this house or that house. It's your choice. We believe in democracy. Make a choice. But in a day of 24 hours, I'm sure you have little time to go to a platform and see whether we have uploaded a story. Even if you're not getting a notification. For 20 minutes, we spend our own money, go to a spot, find out stories, burn ourselves, and then file a story. All that it takes, watch the story. Be part of a discourse. Don't approve the story, leave a comment. Like the story, leave a comment.
Engage with
Engage.
journalists. So quickly, how are you guys sustaining yourself right now? 5-member team, 16-member team. Where does the money come from? Because money does have to come from. And parting thoughts on this election. What do you think is going to be the one big decisive factor this election when it comes to what are people going to be thinking of in your mind when they're voting?
I will answer that question first. Everybody spoke about SIR. Yes, SIR is the biggest issue. There had been deletions, but like there had been 27 lakh plus deletions, not all of them would have gone and cast their vote. Considering on an average, if 50% had gone and cast their vote, and in their absence, it would be a reduced margin. Similarly, there is a 32 lakh people who have been added to the voter list from logical discrepancy. They would have the pressure all the more to cast their vote this time. It is like bound. They are bound by this responsibility to prove that, okay, I managed to validate my voter list, I have to go cast my vote. Kal kya ho mujhe malum nahi. So there would also be additions coming from there. So SIR will be a factor. The core BJP vote bank, even they have suffered. Even they have suffered. Motuas, Hindus have lost their voting right for this election at least. उनके आसपास जितने सारे लोग हैं, वो लोग अभी भी सोचते हैं कि नहीं, ममता बनर्जी मुसलमानों का SIR में नाम घुसा रही है, तो हम लोगों को हिम्मत से लड़ना है. आपका वोट चला गया तो कोई बात नहीं, आपके जगह हम जाके वोट डाल के आएंगे, हमारे वोटर राइट्स है, बीजेपी को वोट डाल के आएंगे. सो आई डोंट सी अ कोर वोट ऑफ बीजेपी गेटिंग अफेक्टेड. हाउ मच ऑफ absence of these 27 lakh would be impacting Trinamool Congress, I have no idea.
That's the big, like, yeah.
I have no idea. That apart, there are how much Trinamool Congress manages to fight anti-incumbency, I don't know. But SIR will be the only issue that would take people to the voter polling center this time to cast their votes. And finally, we are a 6-member team. When I started, I left in May. That video journalist Ronnie Shatra, he was still with that previous organization. He said, Tamalda, I'm packing my bag, I'm coming with you. I said, I don't know how we'll pay. I will pay you a salary. He said, I'm coming with you. I cannot survive here without you. He gave me that confidence. And because of people like him, we have sailed it. 6 people trusted this entity over any other brand. They don't demand high salary. That's one. Second of all, we have dedicated members who contribute. There are viewers who contribute religiously.
So you have memberships?
Yes.
Okay.
And we encourage people to please join us. I will not be accepting any money on my personal account. There would be somebody watching my account as well. Please, if you want to support us by buying us stars on YouTube. Be our member. Support us regularly. The membership cost is bare minimum. Cheaper than one cigarette packet. We don't encourage you to smoke. Get high on good stories.
So yeah, SIR is the biggest factor, obviously. And you know, Mamata Banerjee is the best performer in this theatre. You know, from when we were students of journalism, we used to get stories like she was fiercely beaten by some Lalu Alam from CPM.
Yes.
When we started journalism, we have seen her broken legs. Now this year,
Even last election, I remember she was on the wheelchair throughout.
exactly.
She was throwing football.
This year,
wheelchairs.
what we are witnessing that she is in apron,
Huh.
lawyer apron, and she is fighting in Supreme Court for the common people. So if BJP has a narrative to consolidate Hindu votes that या हिंदू खतरे में है, हम घुसपैठिया को बाहर निकल देंगे, Mamata has also a narrative that in this SIR battle, I am your leader, I am fighting for those subaltern, Bengali subalterns. Now BJP, the biggest advantage of BJP is they do not understand the Bengali culture. There is just a single example. We used to say one of our martyr, Master Da Surjo Sen. He is the greatest freedom fighter of Bengal. He was a teacher to many of like Bina Pani Das and Kamala Das and others. That is why to honor him, we used to call him, and nowadays we also call him Master Da. BJP tried to copy that, and their leader started saying from a rally, Bankim Da. Now Bankim Chandra
inside the parliament.
inside the prime minister, inside the parliament. So those are different cases. We can say Master Da, but we can't say Bankim Da. So you don't know our culture. That is why you often do the blunder. So if you continue to do this kind of blunder, we cannot get the nerves of Bengalis. This is the basic fact.
But just one quick question and then we should wrap it up because it's 1.5 hours. It's not like BJP doesn't have Bengalis. You have Bengalis in the party, so why can't they
They
not
all-
teach them? Like, I don't understand why this disconnect.
The problem is, see, again, I don't want to wade into a controversy and wade you into a controversy. The kind of rallies that you get to see here, BJP, instead of trusting those who are existing, tried manufacturing their own base, own mechanism, their own machinery, who would be raising their slogan. And I'm sure you can understand which slogan I'm talking about. I am born and raised here, boss. I have not seen such a culture. I have not seen. What do I do?
And some Bansal will decide how the rally will be decorated. It can't be done.
I will be steering clear. So it's a very controversial
So
thing.
basically, it's a central approach. Like, they're not even
you
trusting
have-
their own leadership
you
here.
have- I'll tell you one thing. We don't have reservation about any color. But this innate quest to prove a point. Durga Puja is very emotional to us, sentimental to us. Now, BJP in the past few years had been doing Durga Puja. Durga Puja, Ma Durga's idol, here in Bengal, may look slightly different from how Ma Durga looks in Bihar or in Jharkhand. Durga Puja also happens in Delhi, in Bihar, in Jharkhand, also in Rajasthan, where you have Navratri, Sherawali Ma. Here, they have the same Ma Durga's idol, which is the Barwari Durga Puja, like with bigger eyes, the old traditional form. The backdrop is saffron. Just imagine, it's a very subtle way of communicating. We don't have a problem with that color. But when you go reach out to the Bhadraloks, they might find it difficult accepting. We have always seen the background of Ma Durga in blue. Why do you have to push it to Bhagwa?
And blue is like before TMC? It's like a...
Much before
It's
TMC.
a cultural...
It's
okay.
I'm just talking about the backdrop.
Okay.
You go to Kumartuli where all the potters live, they have never done it saffron. And there is no harm in doing it. But it's always blue. But over there, they just made it saffron. Now, that kind of, needles with our sentiment. अरे क्यों? मैंने उंगली करना है, क्यों करना है? मत करो ना. आप सोचो, मछली लेके जा रहे हो. The same BJP, I'll wrap it up here. I think the interesting part of conversation has just started. So, Poila Boishak, again, it's a Bengali
with
New
the
Year.
fish roaming.
All the BJP candidates have kind of been given instruction, prove how Bengali you are.
So
They're
they're
wearing
roaming
dhoti
around with the
Punjabi.
fish.
लोगों की वोटर अधिकार चला गया है. अब धोती पंजाबी पहन के, like a groom, you have dressed up and holding fish and celebrating Poila Boishak. What point are you trying to prove? वो जैसे ना अब सबको दिखा रहा है, किसी को दे नहीं रहा है. जैसे 15 लाख सबको बोला गया, 15 लाख बोला गया, कभी किसी को मिला नहीं. इसी तरह मछली को दिखाया जा रहा है, किसी को दिया नहीं जा रहा है. अरे भाई, सबके साथ सेलिब्रेट करना है, सबके घर में एक मछली दे दो. It's not even inducement, खाना है.
Advice for
I mean,
BJP.
they have not. Abhi, they are trying to prove a point that they are very culturally sound. But Rakesh Singh, a BJP candidate from Kolkata Port, at one point he was with TMC, then came to BJP, got arrested recently, got out, got a candidate, became a candidate. He was displaying that fish, and in the background people were shouting Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram. Now imagine in Rajasthan, a Hindu or a Muslim doing this, or forget Muslim, a Hindu doing this.
Yeah.
In Madhya Pradesh, a Brahmin doing this. You display non-veg and say Jai Shri Ram. There are cases
UAPA.
UAPA. There are cases after cases where somebody is selling non-veg in Delhi. These shops have been vandalized. I cannot say BJP has done that. But those hoodlums who did that, have they been reprimanded? Have they been arrested? Have police really confirmed that they do not belong to any political party or any organization that does not sympathize with BJP? So in Delhi, in northern part of India, you are saying Jai Shri Ram and non-veg cannot go hand on hand. During Navratri, you can't eat non-veg. You can't even sell
In
non-veg.
fact, in Bihar, they chided Tejasvi for eating
Kavariya.
fish during
Yeah.
Navratri. Yeah.
Kavariya, when the
Yeah.
Kavariyas go on the route they follow,
Yeah.
all the
You
dukans
ban
have
all
been
the
shut
non-veg
down
shops.
from selling non-veg. Here in Bengal, you are displaying fish and shouting Jai Shri Ram. do this in Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and Rajasthan, that is blasphemous. So people can see the paradox, people can figure it out. And finally, before I end, I've taken a lot of time. If I can do upselling for us, which I find unfair and shouldn't have done it, I think it's very important for us to be slightly different from those liability media. I would humbly appeal to each and all who belong to this urban society, who have education to rely on, who have the wherewithal to reach out to people. Please help people understand the procedure to get back to the voter list. It is very important. Exactly. Please go reach out to the house help that you have. If their voter list has been deleted, they have been deleted from the voter list, educate them, help them, assist them. Otherwise, they would fall prey to some broker who would charge them money. And again, that ecosystem would only get richer. Please, 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 like Swami Vivekananda said, rise, awake, and do not stop till the goal is achieved. Here, it's a basic, fundamental human right. What is happening here now is a gross violation of human rights. For people have to stand outside that Joka tribunal is a violation of human rights. For people not to know, not being educated by us, the society equally, is nothing but a violation of their human rights. And we cannot see that in plain sight. So every institution is doing their part. We have to do that. Educate your people. SIR process has to be educated. Online application process has to be properly communicated. And from one person to another person, if you communicate, the Chinese whisper would be an educated one and people would be benefiting out of it. It's very easy to talk in English, hold a glass of wine and discuss Ghuspetia. But trust you me, those holding passports are not Ghuspetias. They're just a victim of situation and they deserve our help. We need to help each other. That's all. Thank you so much.
Last word to you and then we'll wrap.
Yeah, you are asking about how we survive day to day. It was a time 5 years back when I was the only one in my team. I used to write for my house. I used to do live video for my house. Gradually, it was viewer support. We have a subscription paywall. So our ecosystem is the in text website platform, the subscribers donation and subscription, and as well as the least number that we get from YouTube. This is our model. It's a appeal to the readers, to viewers, from all of us. If they, like Tamalda said, if they get value from us, they also provide us the same value.
Exactly. Couldn't have ended this show on a better note. At News Laundry, we always say you have to pay to keep news free. If you want independent news, if you want credible information, you have to pay for it. It's like access to clean water in a democracy. It's like, think of it like a water bill you pay. Good journalism, credible information with which you can make electoral choices are most essential in a democracy. And we don't want that to depend on corporations and government. That has to depend on you guys in a democracy. So please support Tamal's Institute, support InScript, and of course support News Laundry. Pay to keep news free. Stay tuned. We'll be bringing you a lot more from West Bengal.